Hi, and welcome to this instructional video from Propress. In this video, we'll guide you through how to use one of our Pro Series steamers. Let's begin by unpacking the steamer. In the box, you'll find the steamer, hose, pole set, 3 casters, funnel, instruction manual, and safety poster. We recommend reading the manual and poster before getting started. Let's assemble the steamer. First, push the 3 casters firmly into the holes on the base of the steamer. Next, screw the poles and hook together. They only fit one way. Then attach them to the base pole on the steamer. Make sure they're tight and that the hook or cradle is positioned correctly to hold the nozzle. Now attach the hose. Line up the notches in the coupling with the flange on the hose, push down and twist clockwise to lock it in. Remove the protective nozzle cover and make sure the nozzle is facing the pole hook. This allows it to run parallel with the garment while steaming. If it's misaligned, grip the spring at the base of the hose and twist clockwise until it sits comfortably in the cradle. Always return the nozzle to the hook like this. Never drape the hose over the hook, as this can damage it. Your Propress Pro steamer should be used with clean tap water only. No additives, and no debris such as clothing tags or threads. Depending on your model, it will have either a 2 or 4 litre water capacity. Check the icon near the filler cap to confirm. Pre-measure your water before pouring it in. Here, we're using a cleaned 2 litre lemonade bottle. Watch the red float in the sight glass. As soon as you see the float start to move up in the sight glass, stop filling immediately. If it touches the top, you've overfilled. In that case, remove the hose and carefully pour out some water from the coupling. Note that the float can become scaled over time and may read inaccurately. That's why pre-measuring your water is helpful. Replace the filler cap and wipe away any spills. Now you're ready to plug in and switch on the steamer. We don't recommend using extension cables, but if necessary, make sure it's fully unwound and properly rated. For the Pro 290, press the green switch. It will light up. For the Pro 580, press the green switch, then turn the energy regulator dial to the steam icon. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes for steam to begin. With the Pro 580, once it's steaming, you can switch it to standby mode to keep the water hot without producing steam. Never leave the steamer unattended while in use. When the steamer runs out of water, a buzzer will sound and the empty light will come on. Switch it off and refill as needed. Propress steamers work on a wide range of fabrics and garments. Unlike steam irons, our steamers operate at a lower temperature and are safe to use on synthetics like nylon and polyester, regenerated cellulose fabrics like tencel and rayon, natural fibres such as cotton and wool, delicates like silk and velvet. No setting changes are required. Once steam begins, you may notice condensation and water droplets from the nozzle holes. Let the nozzle heat for a minute before using. Always take care. Steam can cause burns. Hang the garment on the top of the pole, one at a time, or steam it directly on the rail. Remove the hose handle from the cradle and flick the nozzle gently to clear water droplets. Keep the nozzle holes horizontal during use. If they're vertical, condensation can collect and drip out. You can steam garments from the inside or outside, depending on the design and what feels comfortable. For fuller garments like skirts, dresses, or shirts, steaming from the inside works well. Be careful with thicker or less permeable garments, as steam can get trapped inside the garment, making it very hot. Use one hand to control the fabric. You might want to wear a steam mitt to protect your hand. Shirt sleeves are best steamed from the outside. When steaming collars or cuffs, a hand pad can be useful. If using one, ensure your fingers and thumb are tucked inside the back pocket for protection. To remove a water droplet mark, circle over it with the back of the nozzle. You can also use the back of the nozzle to smooth creases or press in pleats. The hand pad can help here too. Hold the hose handle loosely to avoid twisting or straining it. Steaming is a quick process. The creases should fall out as you move the nozzle. Avoid oversteaming the same area, as too much moisture can build up causing damp patches. When steaming near the bottom of a garment or low down, take care not to kink the hose. This can cause damage. If you hear a gurgling noise, raise the hose to allow condensation to drain back into the steamer. If steam escapes from the filler cap, the hose may be kinked. If you also see white residue, it's time to clean or descale your steamer. Looking after your steamer is simple. Tap water contains minerals, whether limescale in hard water or grit in soft, and this builds up in the tank over time. That's why it's important to flush out and descale regularly. Here's how. Unplug the steamer and remove the hose and poles. Make sure to grip the correct part of the hose, the blades on the fitting. Don't grip the fixed part connected to the steamer. Fill the steamer with 2 litres of clean water. Swirl it around, then pour the water out through the hose coupling into a bucket or drain. It will likely be quite dirty. Repeat the process until the water runs clear. Wipe the outside of the steamer with a damp cloth. Don't use polish or detergent. Then reassemble. How often you descale depends on your local water quality. We recommend every 1 to 2 months. Flush the steamer before descaling to remove loose scale. Using Propress Descaler or a suitable alternative, dissolve the contents of 1 sachet in 2 litres of warm or hot water. Pour the mixture into the steamer, bring the steamer to the boil, then switch it off immediately. It's a good idea to label it clearly. Leave for 3 hours or ideally overnight. Make sure the area is well ventilated. Once descaling is complete, swirl the steamer to pick up limescale, then empty the water out through the coupling into a bucket or floor drain. Rinse the steamer with clean water until it runs clear. If using a different brand of descaler, follow the manufacturer's instructions. Some contain strong acids that produce fumes or may damage the stainless steel tank. When reassembling, make sure the filler cap is on the correct coupling. It's marked with a funnel and jug icon. Regular checks help keep your steamer in good working order. Inspect the cable and plug for any damage. Make sure the cable restraint is properly attached to the base pole. Check that the filler cap is on the correct coupling. Examine the aluminium nozzle for sharp edges or scratches. Use a fine emery board to smooth any rough spots. Check the hose for kinks or distortion near the handle and spring. If damaged, the hose should be replaced. With just a little practice, steaming will become second nature. Quick, effective, and even therapeutic. Remember, always steam safely and look after your Propress to keep it running smoothly for years to come.